Have you ever told yourself that it is too late to start? Too late to chase the thing you once dreamed of becoming? Many of us have felt this. A quiet, persistent voice that whispers, "You missed your window. You waited too long." This is a story about that voice and about a woman who finally stopped listening to it. Claire was 42 years old. She worked at an accounting firm, lived in a quiet suburb, and by every outward measure her life looked stable, settled, fine, but inside, she felt hollow, like a house with all the lights on, but nobody home. Every morning she stood in front of her bathroom mirror and noticed a few more lines around her eyes, a few more gray strands in her hair, and she would think, where did all the time go? She had dreams once, big, ambitious dreams that used to make her heart race. At 22, she wanted to be a writer, to tell stories that moved people. But everyone around her said writers do not make money, so she studied accounting instead, telling herself she could write later. At 28, she thought seriously about starting her own business, but rent needed paying, bills kept coming, and safety felt smarter than risk. At 31, she considered going back to school to study something she truly loved, but she told herself she was too old to sit in a classroom full of 20-year-olds. One by one, she let those dreams grow quiet until she almost forgot what they had sounded like. On the night of her 42nd birthday, her husband threw her a small party. There was cake, candles, friends gathered close to sing. But when she looked down at those 42 flickering candles, something inside her quietly broke. More than half of her expected lifetime already gone. And what did she have to show for it? She excused herself, walked to the bathroom, closed the door, and sat down on the cold tile floor. For the first time in years, she let herself cry. Not gentle tears, deep tears for the writer she never became, for every version of herself she had quietly let go. Her best friend Maria found her there. She did not say much at first. She simply sat down beside her on the floor. When Claire finally whispered, "It is too late for me. Maria, I've wasted my whole life." Maria told her something she would never forget. "My grandmother picked up a paintbrush for the very first time at 78. She said it was the first time in her life she felt truly herself." And Claire asked, "But what if I try, and I am terrible at it?" Maria took her hand. "What if you do not try at all? That is the real failure, not trying and failing, never trying at all." The next morning, still shaken, Claire sat in a small coffee shop with a blank notebook open in front of her. The page stayed empty for almost an hour. An older woman at the next table noticed and gently asked if she could join her for a moment. She placed a tiny seedling on the table between them. "It is a Japanese maple," the woman said. "It takes nearly 20 years to grow into a full tree. If I plant this today, I may not see it fully grown, but I will still get to watch it grow taller every season. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now." The woman, it turned out, was a writer herself. She had published her first novel at 54. "I started writing seriously at 48, she said. 6 long years of learning and failing and trying again. People asked me why I was wasting time on this at my age. But here is what I learned. There are 3 lies that keep people stuck. The first, everyone else started earlier, so I can never catch up. Not true. Many people start later than you think. The second, I have already wasted too much time. But you have not wasted time. You have lived. And that experience is not a disadvantage. It is an advantage. The third, it is too late for any of this to matter. But if you live to 80, you still have nearly 40 years ahead of you. That is more time than most people had when they started." That evening, Claire planted the little seedling on her windowsill, opened her laptop, and wrote one sentence. It was terrible. She deleted it and wrote another. For the next 6 months, she showed up every single morning before work, whether the words came easily or not. Some days she wrote 100 words. Some days she wrote nothing at all and just sat with the page. She wanted to quit more times than she could count, but every time, she looked at the seedling on her windowsill, growing just a little, just a tiny bit every single day. And so she kept going. 6 months in, she finished her first complete story and did something that terrified her. She submitted it. 2 weeks later, a rejection email arrived. "Not quite what we were looking for," they said. She cried when she read it, but the next morning, she opened her laptop again and started writing another one. 1 year after her birthday, a small literary journal accepted one of her stories. Her hands shook as she read the email. She called Maria immediately, sobbing with joy. "I did it," she said. Maria laughed with joy on the other end of the line. "You were never too old, Claire, you just needed to start." Claire kept writing, year after year. At 46, she sold her first novel. On its cover, in her own words, she wrote simply that she began writing seriously at 42, proving it is never too late to start. 2 years later, at her book launch, a nervous young woman approached her. "I'm 32, she said, "and I want to write. But I feel like I already missed my chance." Claire thought back to the bathroom floor, to the tiny seedling, to every doubt she had once believed. "You have not missed anything," she told her. "The only time that ever truly matters is right now." This story is fictional, created to explore something many of us carry quietly. A dream postponed, waiting for a perfect moment that never quite arrives. Time will pass either way. The only real question is whether you spend it moving closer to what you want, or further into wondering what if. Maybe the seedling you have been putting off planting is still waiting for you. There is no age that makes it too late. There is only the choice to begin.